welcome to the special virtual edition of the RTDNA Canada 2022 Prairie Regional Awards. Today we're celebrating the best of the best in broadcast and digital journalism. I'm Linda Olson, anchor for Global News at 5 and the News Hour at 6 in Calgary. It has been a challenging year in many ways, and we are happy to take the time to recognize the hard work of all our colleagues in newsrooms across the Prairie region. An RTDNA Canada Award recognizes the achievements of the entire newsroom. RTDNA Canada has been honoring the best in broadcast and digital journalism for over 50 years. For a full list of 2022 winners, please go to our website at rtdnacanada.com. Congratulations to all of this year's winners. I'd now like to introduce the RTDNA Canada Lifetime Achievement Award winners in the Prairie region. The Lifetime Achievement Award is one of the highest honors bestowed by the association and is presented to individuals who have distinguished themselves through outstanding service and continued excellence during the course of their career in journalism or news management. The award is for lifetime achievement rather than for a single contribution. Nominees should have a minimum of 20 years of distinguished service to the industry. It gives us great pleasure to present the first Prairie Lifetime Achievement Award to Jeff Bolenbach. Jeff is a true leader in our industry. Over the last 37 years, his career has taken him to newsrooms in Saskatoon, Regina, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, and Winnipeg.
Hi everyone. This is a great opportunity for me to say hi and to thank the many people I've worked with over the years in many newsrooms in probably too many markets. I just wanted to be a reporter in the beginning, and it certainly has taken on some twists and turns over the years. And of course, it's still quite an adventure given what we've been through in the past couple of years. Thank you for this recognition. It means a lot. I've been associated with RTDNA for many years. I've spent most of my time in newsrooms across the West. I'm very proud to work in the Canadian media alongside Canadian journalists as we continue to maintain the high standards we set for ourselves. And of course, that is so very important right now. I really just want to say how grateful I am for the opportunities I've had, so many changes, so many projects I've been a part of that have been fun and challenging, and such an education, of course, along the way. And of course, the many terrific people I've worked with over the years. Too many to mention, but it's been a privilege, it's lots of fun, and I'm proud and happy to have made so many friends along the way. So, I have lots to be grateful for. I still love what I'm doing, and this is a wonderful way to celebrate that. I appreciate it, and thank you very much.
We are pleased to announce the second Prairie Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Joanne Reed. Joey, as we fondly call her, has more than 4 decades of experience. And while she recently retired, throughout her career at Global Calgary, she was instrumental in supporting the newsroom during some of the biggest stories in Alberta and helping support and develop young journalists.
Hello everyone. Thank you for the lovely introduction, and thank you to the members of the RTDNA and the delegates for honoring me with a Lifetime Achievement Award. I deeply appreciate it. I'd also like to thank Chorus Entertainment, Global Television, and the colleagues who nominated me for recognizing my contribution to the broadcast industry. I have spent more than 40 years in radio and TV news, most of them as a writer-producer at Global Calgary, and I am profoundly grateful for the career that I have had. I am truly humbled to be chosen from the many who toil away behind the scenes. In accepting this great honor, I'd also like to thank my late parents for raising me with a strong work ethic, my family for its support over the years, and SAIT for helping me set off on my chosen career path all those many years ago. I'd also like to share this award with my work sisters, Lisa Geddes, Janet Lohr, and Lisa McDonald. We had different strengths, but you all worked just as hard as I did. They didn't call us the powerhouse producers for nothing. This is the first time I've won an award for anything, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be finishing my career this way. Once again, my most heartfelt thanks for this wonderful honor.
And our final Lifetime Achievement Award winner for the Prairie region this year is Craig Wallabeck. With a career spanning nearly 50 years, Craig has covered news both large and small and has made a significant impact on the industry and in the communities he has lived, and continues to be a mentor to young news staff.
Hi there, I'm Craig Wallabeck. First, I'd like to thank the RTDNA board for this award. I'm extremely humbled and honored to join past winners like Jim Smalley, Murray Wood, Wayne Mantika, and others in this extremely prestigious club. So, where does one even start? I've been involved in the broadcast industry for 6 decades. That's the 1970s, 80s, 90s, noughts, 10s, and 20s. And who knew that A, I'd even last this long, and B, see some of the changes this industry's gone through. I will remember having to use a special booth for phone interviews back in the 70s, since we had to have a beep tone every 15 seconds to let the subject know they were being recorded. That was courtesy of the CRTC, and that, fortunately, ended quite a few years ago. Other changes, of course, include the digitalization of newsrooms, gone are the old CNCP telecommunications teletypes, spitting out copy at our fast pace 60 words per minute, and typewriters with multiple carbons, including one for the spike. Audio carts that sometimes wouldn't fire. They jumped to stop tone, tape stretch, even tape break. One thing that those audio carts did do extremely well, though, was shatter when someone would leave the booth and fling one across the room when it was fired, hitting a wall. Well, since I started back in 1976 in Red Deer, Alberta, a job I held for a monumental 6 whole weeks, a lot has happened both personally and in the news. For example, flash forward to December 2nd, 1980, Prince George, BC. Well, that's the night the first real big story broke on air, and of course it was the killing of John Lennon. Ironically, I interrupted an album feature with the Rolling Stones to deliver that news. Flash forward again to 1986 in High River, Alberta, when, as a board operator, I simply decided I was going to read the 10 o'clock news instead of having the BN report go. News director called me up the next day. Rather than fire me, which I expected, he offered me the morning news run, which I gladly accepted. A couple of years later, in 1988, Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, I was given the assignment of putting together a 5-piece feature series on the Calgary Olympics, and I got to interview then Mayor Ralph Klein twice. Moving ahead to 1989 in Thunder Bay, Ontario, I was assigned there to cover the Dryden air crash inquiry while I was there. Moving on to Regina in 1997, I was hired to do mornings and eventually took over as news director in 2004. I also hosted a daily call-in show for several years. I was a member of the RTDNA board of directors, and I hope shaped what it's become now, even to a minor extent. And of course, in 2013, I moved here to Yorkton, where I'm still doing morning news, and I've even had to drive a combine a couple of times, which really isn't too bad for a city boy. Well, summing up a nearly 45-year career definitely is not easy, and these were just a few of the highlights. I've been asked if I would have preferred to have stayed in one place for my career, and while putting down deep roots is appealing, doing the WKRP thing has instead allowed me the opportunity to do things that I normally wouldn't have. For example, it let me interview people who an hour earlier were on the deck of the Titanic doing scientific research. It allowed me to tour a Canadian warship right down to the keel. It also allowed me the opportunity in 1993 to ask 2 questions of Marina Oswald. She's the widow of alleged Kennedy assassin Lee Harvey Oswald, and it was during a symposium on the JFK killing. It's also allowed me to talk to premiers in 4 different provinces and interview 3 men who would later go on to become Canada's Prime Minister. It's also allowed me to hold a torch used in the Vancouver Olympic relay, but that's not why I live and work. What some call the daily grind, I find just as important as breaking the big story, and that simply means on a daily basis, an hourly basis, getting news and views out to the people in our listening area. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank those who have helped me along the path. It's an extremely long list, and I'm afraid if I started naming all the names, I'd end up forgetting someone. Special thanks, though, must go to Brad and Doug. They are my current supervisors. Ryan, Craig, Matthew, and Benny in the newsroom, and of course Danny, Tanya, and Evan, our daytime on-air staff. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Once again, thank you very much for this award.
Congratulations again to our Lifetime Achievement winners and all Prairie Region Award recipients who now compete with winners from across the country. National winners will be announced at RTDNA Canada's 2022 National Awards Gala on Saturday, June 11th. Information on how to register for the conference and the gala will be posted on RTDNA Canada's website. This concludes the Prairie Region RTDNA Canada Awards announcements. We want to thank the judges who so generously gave their time and experience, and to all the newsrooms who entered this year's competition. Please keep RTDNA Canada Awards in mind whenever you do something you feel is deserving of recognition. Good luck, and again, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, everyone.